Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Block on the camera, mute button. That's how we roll here for late night money on a Sunday night. Look headlines. NFL Week 13. Here we go. That's an interesting start to the show. It happens. What are we going to do? All right. Welcome on in, everybody. I hope you had a good NFL Sunday. I know I did. And I'm going to pat myself on the back and roll in my weekly steal for those of you out there. NFL, where'd I go? I don't even know. All I know is a good day today. 1, 2, 3, 3-1, 6-1, 6-2, 7-2 right now with the Eagles laying 6.5. I came in late with the Eagles as they pick later in the week. I just thought they'd be able to exploit this Packer defense, and it looked good early. And then I was doing the lines, putting lines in here, and next thing I know, it's tied up. What am I going to do? Got some college basketball. Doing pretty good in college hoops. 5-3 today, I think. Anyway, listen, if you want to get on board, the steal is there. Shannon, first one in. How are you today? Tonight, I should say. It's nighttime. But let's get right to the games here. Let's go. Thursday, Bills and the Pats. I load these up. I don't think they've really moved since I loaded them up. Again, that was at 7:30. Still seeing 5.5s. I'm assuming they haven't moved. I guess if they move, so be it. I'm not going to run back and forth here. We'll get right to it. So, Bills and Pats. I have not bet this game yet. I will probably be on Buffalo. Listen, both teams rested up. Right? We played Thanksgiving. We had the Lions there in the midday morning show. Give me the Bills here. I still think they're the best. I like Buffalo. I like it. Interesting game up next. Jets and Minnesota. Had the Jets today. Nice one there. We had Minnesota the other night over said Patriots. I almost want to take Mini here. How about an over the 42? This is a tricky one because I like white. I do. And Minnesota's a team. Can they lay eggs? Can they come in and the Jets are going to be the offense is there. We've seen that and flashes of it even when Zach Wilson was behind center. So I'm not sure what I'm doing on this one if I bet it. I ended up betting this one. I saw Broncos at 9 and a couple spots offshore. I grabbed it. I see 7.5s. But out of 9, and I know they've looked terrible. I know they've been terrible. And most of these are. I see some 8s coming up now. A couple random 9s out there offshore. At least with Denver, the defense is going to show up. You're in a game when the defense gives up 20 points. Can we get anything from the offense that scores 3 points a game or whatever the heck they're doing? But let's just flip this back to Baltimore. Like today, we were talking about in the Midday Money Show. I said, I had the Jags. What is up with this Baltimore team? They have not looked good. And you think, and I'm going to lay 10. Okay, it's 9, but they have to win by 10. Do I think that the Ravens are 10 points better than anybody? I saw these guys 2 weeks ago tied 3-3 midway through the fourth quarter against the Panthers. So yeah, if I could I'll hold out for the most points possible. Give me Denver. Bad Denver team. I totally understand. You don't want to take it. It's ugly. I get it. Steelers and the Falcons. Falcons had a lot of opportunities to win today. Bad teams, though, you find ways to lose. That's what you do. Steelers play tomorrow night, and I just did a free pick on the Winner Free Pick YouTube channel here. and I got the Colts. I actually threw the Colts. If you're subscribed to one of my packages, it's in to one of my college basketball. I said, you know what, I didn't bet this game, but I do like the Colts more over the Steeler team. So short week for Pitt. Do you really want to bet? Uh, Again, I would lean Falcons. I guess I don't want anything to do with this game. And take it from me, a guy who's uh, bet 140 NFL games. Eh, If you don't like it, you don't got to bet it. And this is one I don't like. Titans. I like I like Tennessee here, believe it or not. And this is before the Eagles look like crap here. Um, we know they have trouble versus the run, and I had the Titans today. Could have get it done for me as a little home puppy. But much like I always say with the 6.5, oh, they just got won by 7. Eagles have been turning the ball over, giving up big plays here. Not that Tannehill's some huge big play quarterback, but we know they have problems versus the run. And here comes a guy who they don't care that you could put 20 guys on the line and block the box. Tennessee's going to run it at you. I lean Titans here. Haven't bet them yet. I was kind of hoping for a Philly blowout here or something, like a good 34-16 kind of game. People come in, bet up on the Eagles. They looked really good on Sunday night. Now you're in a dogfight. You might lose. The value might be heading out the window here in this game. Jags, Lions. I already bet the Lions at a pick 'em. I got the Lions at a pick 'em. Line opened up. It's moved to 1. I get the extra rest. I get the Jags off a huge stirring comeback. Give me Detroit. They've played okay. I know they lost. I get it. Jaguars aren't Buffalo for one. And as we mentioned, taking them the other day in our Thanksgiving show. They've been winning. Their losses, they've had a lead over Miami. They blow it. Again, Miami better than the Jags. Dallas game was at 6-3 in the fourth quarter before Dallas scored 10 fast. Give me the Lions. They're playing with a little renewed energy here. Detroit, already bet. Washington Giants. How about Washington gets the Giants here in back-to-back weeks, although they have a bye in between. And Giants, all 4 NFC East teams in the playoffs right now. At this spot here, though, I kind of like the Redskins, Washington. They're playing decent defense. I know the Giants, we saw them get the little back door. Dallas hits the field goal. There's no back door there. You bet Dallas on look ahead lines at 7. You got a win in your pocket. You wait till game day, you're out of luck. Again, that being said, I'd lean on Washington. Browns to Texans. I do see a couple 7s on this one. Watson coming back to Massage Town. Homecoming. Lock up the ladies. Do I want to lay 7? All right. I mean, everybody's going to be on Cleveland. He's back. He wants revenge. Dude hasn't played all year. And some of you had Cleveland this weekend, or today, I should say. Do I want to run lay a touchdown? I know I had Miami too. And that got a little sticky. I had Miami 9.5 on the early number, although they did hold on for a 15-point win. 30 points first half, nothing in the second. Really, you can't get one garbage touchdown? Again, we got the old 6.5, much like the Philly game. 6.5, just won by 7. I'm not sure. I want to do Houston, believe it or not. I want to do some Houston. Last game before the 4 o'clock action, and I'm assuming we're going to get halftime shortly here. Pack at the Bears. If I had Fields, I'd be on Chicago here. But again, I don't think the line would be 3.5. I think you have to take Green Bay here. I don't care who's, as long as it's not Fields. If it's whoever the backup is, Rodgers has it. beat up Chicago since, I don't know. When's the last? Was it Rex Grossman took them to the Super Bowl? The Bears. Uh, we see a little offensive spark tonight from Green Bay. They're going to face a team he owns 3.5. Don't be fooled into that hook. Don't do it. Take the pack. Don't be whacked. Take the pack. All right, we're coming to 4 o'clock action. Let's get to the comments, see how everybody's doing here. I can't believe the Raiders won OT. Yeah, I had a Seattle. I thought worst case, I get a push at 3. I thought I was going to, it was 7-0 early. I'm like, man, I'm thinking to myself, I might go 10-1 today or something in the NFL, something crazy. And then it kind of fell apart. And I don't care. I'll take a loss on that game. I know the world was on Seattle. Excuse me, I had a little burp there. I don't mind. There's no way I was betting the Raiders. No way. Oh, right, Gabe's in the house. What do you say there, fella? Free Mind is joining us. Do I like the Packers second half? Do we have a line here? No, I don't like the Packers second half because I got the Eagles for the game. So I'm definitely not liking Green Bay. I don't want anything to do with Green Bay. No, thank you. Not looking for any Green Bay money. No, 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 no. I want Philly. Shut them out. Shut them out. I got UConn -5 tonight. Any thoughts? I got UConn myself. Where's my college basketball? I got UConn. You got a 5. I got a 6. Shan. 5-3 in college hoops today. And I ended up, there we go, officially halftime in this game. So I had Auburn -6.5. They won by 5. I got a push on Alabama at 2. I had Prairie View. I think Prairie View was tied at the half, getting 19.5. Really? Prairie View? What am I going to do? It happens. It happens. A couple close ones there. I don't mind. Listen, college hoops. I'm still number 1 in college hoops. Detroit Lenny's in the house. I like your Lions against the Jaguars this week. Eagles are being grounded. I cracked myself up. Oh, so are we doing dad jokes today, Detroit Lenny? Can I do some jokes? I think I'm going to take the second half under. Eagles have been a first half team. I think it slows down. Well, 47 in the first half. I mean, the game went over in the first half. Crazy. Great. I don't. Fine. Slow it down. 27-0 final. I'll win by half a point, but I prefer the Eagles score another 20 points here. Markel likes the Giants over Washington. Again, for me, that's a no looker for me. Did not look good preseason. Well, the guy hasn't played in a couple years. I mean, come on. How are we running bet a guy who hasn't played? Forget about that. It's December he's playing. He played preseason. Before that, he was out. I mean, where's the... Let's find some Deshaun Watson stats. I mean, the guy, seriously, when's the last time he threw a meaningful regular season pass? Brandon, I had a good Thanksgiving, but I'm not Craig. I look like Craig. I got a little less hair. I shave mine. He refuses. He tries to grow his in. Richie P, hanging in, Richie P. Hanging in. Everybody, you'll be happy. I went to Verizon. I got my Android back. I got rid of that iPhone, that crap-ass iPhone. Android, back to the Android. Yes. Texans money line. Oh, Detroit Lady. Now, I don't mind taking dogs. I don't mind taking money line. This is the spot where I might actually kind of agree with you a little bit, right? You're facing your old team. They might hate you. You haven't thrown a pass in what seems like forever. I like it. Yeah, Nick likes the Android. I'm reporting for you going back to iPhone. No, 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 no. Let's see if I get what's the halftime line here? What do we got here? I'm seeing Pick'ems. I do see one spot has Pinnacle has Green Bay by a half. DraftKings has Philly by a half. Everything else is picks. So let's figure this. Let's call it pick 24, basically. Second half. And I'm going to say, listen, I need Eagles to win. So I'm going to say Eagles and the over. I don't think we'll see much offensive stop, but we need what? 3 more touchdowns? They're moving the ball. I know we've gone to, and we've had interceptions. Sylvester, welcome. Good to see you. Texas have had this game circled all year. I agree. Lock it in with the king. What do you say, my guy? Let's get back to the 4 o'clock action and run through this and finish up. Seattle and the Rams. I wish I would have took Seattle at 3.5 earlier when the line opened on Wednesday. 4.5 now. I was even thinking I saw like a 145 money line. I'm like, I can't do a 150. That's too much for me. Like the 150. I see a random 5 offshore. I see a 1 3.5 offshore. But I see a couple 5s popping up here. I don't know if I can lay 5. I don't know if I can lay 5. I mean, I like Seattle, and LA looks terrible. But Darnold's still there. He might get in his face a little bit. Again, this is probably a no play for me. Miami and San Fran. I want to take San Fran here. I like my guy Jimmy. I think the defense is going to be all over Tua. This was it a 4 opener? It was a 4.5, and it came down to a 4. That's what happens when you win 13-0 against a bad Saints team. Actually, there's a bunch of 3.5s out here. I think this is also caused the kid on San Fran, the running back, got banged up. That being said, if I got Debo, if I got McCaffrey, if I got CMC, Ayuk, I like the San Fran offense. Now this is This is a 3.5 now. I might still come in here on San Fran, even though the line's coming down. I want to undo the Raiders. Give me LA. Give me the Chargers. Put that powder blue uniform on. I am not buying the Raiders ever. No, thank you. No, thank you. I was torn on this because I saw a 2.5 on KC, and then I just see a bunch of 2.5s now coming up. So part of me wants to take Cincy plus the 3 in this game. I see some either way. So you got some 2.5s, you got some 3s. I saw 1-3 was juiced to like the $1.20. I know it's a marquee game. I know it's a sexy game. It's Chiefs, it's KC. I think it's Mahomes and Burrow. Yay. I don't know if I'm going to be involved in this game. I don't know. Sunday Night Football. Colts, Dallas. I already got the under. Actually, I have 44.5. I put 43.5 because I looked at this on the site. I put it out last week. 43. I don't care what the total is. Give me the under. I don't think Dallas is going to put up a 30-something spot here. I know the Colts struggle a little bit offensively. What are they going to do? They're going to want to run the ball with Taylor. They got Ryan back there, the old wily vet. Defense is decent. You're coming off a Monday night game, so it's technically not. I'd say technically a short week, but since you're playing a Sunday nighter, it's more of a short week for Pittsburgh. I like the Colts. Hopefully, it gets to 10. If it gets to 10, I'll take Indy. I mean, it, this isn't like Baltimore running up 10 on a bad Denver team with a good defense. Dallas has put up points. They've, but I don't know. Something tells me here I want to take the Colts. I want to take the Colts 9.5. I'm holding out for 10. Hopefully it doesn't come down. We might have to jump in if they do something on Monday night and all of a sudden it's 24-0. This line's going to come down a bit and we might miss a good number. But 9.5. I'm interested. I'm interested in Indianapolis here. Wrapping up the schedule, Saints at Tampa Bay. I was torn. If you're on Twitter, you see me post some of the games I put out here. Saints were 6.5, and I'm like, I like ugly. I don't know if I could go here. I ended up pulling the trigger and taking the Saints. It has since come down to the 6 mark. Again, like Baltimore, who the heck is Tampa Bay to be favored by 6 over anybody? I know the Saints are bad. You just lost 13-0. Did we say this about Minnesota? Granted, it wasn't a Sunday night game where everybody's watching because you're playing the Cowboys, and you still look like a pile of poop. 13-0. Give me the points here. Tampa Bay, no thank you. What's the Tampa Bay offense done all season? People are winning. They're going to break out now. Folks, this is week 13. It's week 13. We're holding out hope for Tampa to put up a 40 spot. Give me the Saints. Give me the Saints. Locking in with the King. Clients hit the under Texans Dolphins. Trying to get sweaty for a minute. King D, you had to be sweating halftime. It's 30-0. You're hoping, 30-0. I think you should be sweating a little bit. I mean, you think the game would be 44? You think at that point, Dolphins would have 44 themselves at some point in that game. Can't see the Colts even being close. Really, against Dallas, you don't think that'll be a close game? Interesting, Richie. I respect your opinion there. Especially a guy like you likes dogs. You think Dallas is going to blow these guys out? Colts money line. The Jeff Saturday effect is real. I don't know if it's as much real as, Ryan played like crap. He had no running back. The defense was bad. We saw them beat Kansas City, so we know they can play. This team was thought of as maybe a dark horse Super Bowl kind of team. Alabama to win Natty. If these guys get in, and I saw you post this on Twitter, Nick, are we just going to grandfather Alabama in? And then another thing about college football, everybody's like, let's expand the playoffs. We need more teams. What do we explain the playoffs? You know who we're getting? We're getting Michigan, Ohio State. All right. So at this point, you have Michigan, Ohio State, Georgia, LSU, Alabama, USC, TC. Like, they will find a way to have 3. And if by some reason, let's be honest, Tennessee would be in here, right? Tennessee. You'd have 4 of the 8 teams would be from the SEC. The other 2 would be your Big Ten teams, your 2 Big Ten teams, Michigan and Ohio State. Come on. Alabama sure as hell better not get in there. It's got to be Georgia, Michigan, TCU, USC. That's it. That is your 4. There's no way out. I think USC is going to win. And if they don't win, you can't put Alabama in there. You better put Ohio State in there. I am here. How are you? I am here as well, and I'm good. How are you, Brandon? I'd be a lot better if the Eagles are up 27-7, but it is what it is. In or out? We do dogs. We like our dogs. Just a sprinkle. I understand. I understand sprinkling a money line in for India. I understand. I'm not going to say no. Anyway, so that's the wrap for look headlines. And right, pick 24s. Picks in 24s all over the place for this halftime line. And again, I would lean to Philly. I need Philly for the game. I'm not backing off it. Again, you know me. I'm not saying I'm coming in on Philly's second half here. I'm happy with my position. So there is that. I got 2 college hoop games for tomorrow. I put one up on a package. That's about it. Anyway, I like the Colts. For those of you who are not going to be a midday money tomorrow, I got the Colts. It's on the free pick video. Give it a like. Come on over, win the free picks out of things, folks. Midday money, 7 days a week. Hope to see you there. It starts up again tomorrow as we head December right around the corner. It's a week away. I don't know, 4 days away. Close enough. I'm out of here, though. I'll see everybody. Thanks for popping in on a Sunday night. Good luck. Bye-bye.